Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, Truth Nunez, and our spiritual council. We're so thankful, honored, grateful to be here with all of you to share today's collective energetic read. Keep in mind, we are reading collective energies. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You are and forever William, something about Willoughby's. Here we go with the Willoughby's. You are and will be Wilbur. Here we go with the Wilbur, and I'm getting Gilbert. You are and will be the masters of your experiences of what you will or what you will not into this creation. We are just reading your energies. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Again, you are and always will be the masters of your experiences, what you will or what you will not into this co-creation. We're going to go ahead and get started right away by honoring and thanking our spiritual council. I want to honor and thank my grandmama, Abuelita Gladys Núñez Maldonado. I want to honor and thank my grandpapa, Abuelito Felix Antonio Núñez. I invite you to do the same. I invite you to honor whatever religious force, whatever spiritual force, whatever makes you feel good, grounded, and connected to the all as you are in this experience. You can also take a moment of silence to be in silence with yourselves, and that's also more than enough. Let's get started. We're going to do a shorty but goodie, my lovies. It's going to be a shorty, well, relatively. What's short to you may be tall to me, and what's tall to me may be short to you. No, we're gonna do a somewhat short video. I wanted to do something, even though we have other things, but I wanted to give my lovies some lovies. I am seeing that Ace of Spades. Contract signatures, agreements, confirming something, signing something, officializing something. I am seeing an Eight of Spades. It could have to do with health records, medical records. Eight of Spades is physical or psychological faces. Okay. States of being out of ease, faces, for some faces. For some, I'm getting microaggressions and micro expressions. For some of you, it could be worried about something that's happening in the workforce or in your workplace when it comes to microaggressions. I'm getting, so you can observe, I'm sure that unconsciously, you all do this. You can observe certain behaviors in the face, and they can indicate certain things. Again, it depends on also cultural awareness, context and whatnot. But then you take that to the next level, and energetically, those you can read microaggressions in the energies as well. There are levels to it. For some of you, microaggressions in the workplace, there could be a little bit of cattiness happening in the workplace for some. So we're on our last week of our Masters, Jesus. And we're actually studying the effects of the shutdowns on the workforce. And we were discussing a lot of research when it comes to even workforce violence or workplace violence, bullying in the workplace, groupthink in the workplace, people kind of trying to defend a territory, to secure a territory, especially, so many people, we don't talk about it that much, but a lot of people lost their jobs during, the shutdowns, and they're still facing, the economic impacts of that. For some of you, there could be a situation in which, it would bring justice. I'm seeing justice, Libra energy. There could be a Libra involved in a situation, or a judicial procedure, some type of procedure. But maybe looking at the emotional repercussions of the shutdowns and how it makes people behave. We already have a very competitive society, but especially like in corporate and business settings. But imagine, now feeling like you kind of have to also fear for your sense of security. A lot of people thought they had job security. And then all of a sudden you see people's works just kind of disappear. So it's something to consider there. There's something there for some. or you could be going through a procedure because there's a bit of a, I'm getting scare tactics. There are scare tactics involved in a situation. Again, I'm getting microaggressions, or you can be taking a training for some in microaggressions, or learning about these concepts. Take it how it resonates, but it is coming in for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. Here we go with the Santa Marta energy for some. 6:17 on the clock. 617. Massachusetts could be significant for some, but 617 was on the clock. Any of those numbers, but that's 7-7 energy. Technically, luck is on your side, my lovies. What is up? What is up? What is up? Hot stuff. How's it flowing? How's it going? Wami. Something about Kwame. Here we go with this Kwai or Kwame. Something about Kwame's is coming in. Kwame's, really? Some of you watch Miraculous. I love Miraculous. I was getting the name Josephine for some. I'm getting Kwame. And I'm getting umami. The scents on your tongue. The scent on your tongue. Anyway, what is up, my darlings? We are reading for, here we go, Kahlua energy, something about cool waters. We are reading for Gregorian November 9th, 2023. My lovies, 9 energy brings in an ending, and death energy was very present for some. For some of you, I was seeing the King of Spades energy. For some of you, there's some type of hospitalization of somebody. For some of you, could be learning the death of somebody. For some of you, with every ending comes a new beginning. For some of you, you could be going to get a checkup and it's going to end a chapter for you. Maybe you're going to discover something. Maybe you're going to discover you're very healthy and you're like, you know what? You're going to like it. And you're like, I'm going to stay healthy. I want to implement a new exercise retreat. For some of you, a retreat. For some of you, you want to implement a retreat. That is so cool. I've been to a lot of retreats, spiritual retreats, over the last few years of my travels. It was fun. But maybe for some of you, you're going to retreat. You're going to go somewhere. Se va a retirar. For some of you, I am getting it in Spanish. Retirar, to retire. For some of you, you could be retiring or someone around you. That energy has been present the last couple of weeks, I would say, or it's been in and out of the readings of retirement for somebody, a retirement around you. For Sammy, I'm getting Sammy's wood fire grill. For some of you, 9 energy brings in an ending of a situation. 9 energy is a completion of a cycle. 9 energy can bring in the death. You can learn the death of somebody that normally with 9 energy, it's not someone in your immediate vicinity. For some, it's not someone that's even close to you. For some of you, it could be someone that's like relatively far from you, or if they're not far in terms of, you know, geographical distances. They're far in terms of emotion. This could be someone that's not necessarily very close to you. It could be a friend of a friend of a friend, or it could be someone that you knew like in passing, and they have passed. For some of you, there could be an ending that you passed a situation, like you passed a chapter of your life and that is closed and you move into a new chapter. For some of you, 9 energy brings in all types of endings. It can bring in endings of contracts, relationships, friendships, commitments, energies. It's like the flower of life. You have certain points that turn back. You have certain points that terminate. So for some of you, that termination energy has been very present. For some of you, there's a termination in the field and it's been very present. But it's for you to heal, my lovies. It's for you to heal. Let's get started. I am seeing an Ace of Hearts. For some of you, could be terminating a contract when it comes to the home, the couple, or the family. For some of you, somebody's terminally ill. Something about Bill. And here we go with this Bill Nye the Science Guy. Someone's in sciences. Bill, or someone likes Bill Nye the Science Guy. We have a face-to-face with a lot of money for some. Okay. 10:52 on the clock, which is an 8 energy through some type of procedure. Okay. Just, tousser, enfoncer, tousser. Why tousser, enfoncer? To cough in French for some reason. Someone speaks French, and now I'm getting tousser, like a name, or Toussaint. 11:11 was on the clock, and then 11:13, and then 11:14. But I'm getting like someone I used to know. Someone that I used to know. I used to think he was so cute. S.I. Toussaint. I haven't seen this person in like forever. It's funny because when I did have Facebook, long time ago, 11:32 and then 11:33 and then 11:34. When I had Facebook a long time ago, I would check in from time to time, like with him. And like, we never talked like that, but there was like a little bit, like I found him really attractive. Like he was a king of wands, like very attractive. He liked to look good. He liked to dress well. I found it so interesting, like what he went on to do. He went on to be a musician in his life, and he went on to do a lot of interesting things. Like he went on to do so many things, and it was so sweet. I loved it. I loved seeing his experience. Maybe for some of you, this is someone, because I know him from high school. Maybe for some of you, this is someone from high school, and you're going to learn through the grapevine, hey, you know, this person. I am getting something like an STD or an STI or some type of terminal illness that someone had. Maybe it's something about the dad, something about someone's dad. Maybe you'll hear it from his dad or someone's dad's involved in a situation. But you got money, honeys. For some of you, you don't want to talk about it? It's hurting my heart chakra. Maybe there's a blockage when it comes to a significant amount of money, but there is going to be a face-to-face for some, but there's a lie in a situation. Somebody could have done something heartless when it came to money. It could have been, I had to do with a father, and maybe you see even my mouth, how I want to kind of like cover it. For some of you, there could be a cover-up or something someone did when it comes to a significant amount of money, but you're going to hear about it, because you're going to have a face-to-face with this energy, because it technically either it belongs to you or to somebody. Take it how it resonates. 1301. But you will be getting news. Ace of Diamonds is an announcement or news that leads to some type of visual eventually. You can even get a letter for some about a significant amount of money. I am getting approval notices. I am getting someone doesn't necessarily want to talk about it. I was getting government grants. Spirit was giving us, for example, so there's this new line of it's like any other situation here in this society, right? You have people that have an idea, and then they find, and then they create a system around that idea. So there is a relatively new field in psychology. It's called the BCBA. I mean, it's called behavioral. They really focus on behavioral therapy, but it's really the emphasis is to treat people or help people with what they call autism. So you have to get BCBA certification, things that didn't fucking exist like 20 years ago. These things weren't like a thing. But it's grown, especially with the cases of autism. And so now you also see a whole bunch of like different little organizations pop up here and there. For some of you, that BCBA energy has been present. For some of you, you could be, you could have your certification and then be going for your BCBA. You could be an RBT. That's coming in. Take that how it resonates. But maybe you have to spend a lot of money on this. But Spirit was giving us how there are government grants for anything, and a lot of companies or organizations will align themselves, even if it's kind of out of their scope, to get a grant. If they can make it fit, they'll make it fit. That's how it's coming in. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It happens. Nonprofits need their profit too. Or medical facilities need their profits too. It happens, my lovies. It is the world we live in at this particular time. Oh, two wanted to come together. Okay, we'll take them. We'll take them. Two want to speak. Jesus, but this freaking heart chakra, 15 and 18. We have communication. Two want to speak. For some of you, two people could be speaking to you, or you could be speaking to two people. So it could be a 3-party conversation. For some of you, it could be you and somebody else, or take it how it resonates. A lot of texting, a lot of chatting. This could even be emailing. 7 of Clubs brings in communication through all streams of media. I am getting like a media streaming service. For some of you, you could be communicating with someone about your media streaming. Stever and Steve Urkel. That Steve Urkel has been present, and that also that not Family Guy, but for some of you, Family Guy. For some of you, you could be like analyzing your channels. Like you want to get more channels, or you want to have certain channels. Like I'm talking about television. Jesus. Why, my lovies? Why? What's going on? What's going on with the heart chakra, my lovies? Someone's healing from a block in their heart chakra, because I feel it like a knot. But you'll be communicating. For some of you, there's this beautiful, so for those of you who want to look into it, holotropic breath work. I found this organization. So I actually practice this in Africa because it's an ancient medical practice. But someone has now like rediscovered it. It's so funny. I was listening to the Spanish guy speak, and he was saying, it's so curious how things are certified and discovered and rediscovered only when a European comes along. But before that, nothing existed. It's like nothing was happening until like a European came around and actually like said, now you need to come through me to be validated. It's so interesting. But anyway, so it's a very ancient practice, but now there are like organizations that teach you, and then you could get a certification. There's something about certifications. But then you can get a certification to teach others holotropic breath work. But it's very, very ancient. It actually comes from how women breathe during childbirth. And so I learned this in Africa, but Jesus, for some of you can do yourself some justice by looking into holotropic breath work. This organization also, they would host like different community nights, especially through the shutdowns. And one of them, they had this really interesting idea. It was called movie meditations. And so they said, pick a film that you want to watch, and then you're going to meditate upon that film, and you're going to come back to us, and you're going to let us know like what you felt, what came up. And it's a movie meditation because everything is a channel for you. And some this is bothering me. For some of you, you could have a really bad cough, or somebody around you. Anyways, communication about money for a female, something new, or reconciliation or something new. There are changes. You have to make some type of move to see a sister, a friend, or a daughter in this present moment. About work. For some of you, there's a well-meaning female in a work situation that can support you. And there are changes when it comes to a lot of money. Again, for some of you, you could be talking about money with a colleague who's actually a really sweet person. Like the relationship feels really, there's a strong bond there for some. In this present moment, you get to see the sister, this friend, or this. For some of you, the Queen of Hearts is a sister, a friend, or a daughter. For some, I feel this is as a coworker who's a really like, this is an ally to you in your spirit. Like this is part of your soul family. There are changes, or you have to travel. For some of you, you could be traveling about an hour or so, or a sister or daughter or friend is coming to see you to have some type of reconciliation. Or for some of you, you could be meeting someone new that could be an ally to you in your spirit. This is for a female Queen of Clubs energy, or your partner if you are dating a female. And this is going to be about a lot of money. So these people have been communicating about a significant amount of money. and it has to do with work. For some of you, again, grants or grant writing. For some of you, copywriting. I am getting copywriting. For some of you, it could be an editor. There's an editor involved in a situation where you have to edit something. And so for others, a drug ring. The human experience is so interesting, how so many people live like similar yet different experiences, and some really different and some really similar. Anyways, you got projects, 10 of Hearts energy. You got projects, my lovies. You will be working on, or you are currently working on, a project. 10 of Hearts energy is some type of project that you are currently working on. Near and dear to your heart. They're face to face with these projects. So a lot of you, you're in coordinator project management mode. You're working on a project, you're manifesting this, you're communicating. There are a lot of visuals, a lot of face-to-face. You have to deliver news here, there, here. There's a Queen of Diamonds for some of you, a female who does not have your best interest in mind. When these two come together, Jack of Clubs energy. This could be a couple. For some of you, you could have a face-to-face with a couple. They don't have your best interest in mind, especially the female. The man is just immature. He likes to dress well, look good, but he could be very superficial. For some of you, that energy has been present, and I was so shocked. I was so shocked. Something about chalk. I'm seeing like chalk, like crime scene shows. Someone likes crime sheen. Something about sheen. Here we go with this sheen, wanting to wear something sheen or see-through. But for some, I was shocked by the audacity, but I know, people, it's just, for me, sometimes things, even though if I see it a bunch of times, I still get shocked as to why someone would do certain things. But for some of you, there's someone that wants to show up to a project that you have, or some type of event that you have, or some type of even work situation for some. This female does not like you. She's worried about this gentleman. I don't think you're worried about any of them, but for some of you, this could be an ex. This could be an ex of an ex that plays with hex work for some. If you know, you know. If you don't know, let's just say this person really wants to get under your skin. Yeah, I don't like how it felt or sounded, but that's how Spirit gave it to us, so we went with it. Jack of Clubs energy. It's a man that likes to look good, dress well, likes to smell good. For someone, you liked how he smelled, or the cologne. This person, far away from home, slightly younger, slightly older. There's a face-to-face with these people. You have to see this couple for some. You have to collaborate, or you have to give news to this couple. The female doesn't like you too much for some. Just keep that in mind. For some of you, this could be someone that you work with. There's a project you have to coordinate with these people. But the female involved in the situation doesn't really have your best interest in mind. I don't think she has her own best interest in mind, but that's another story. She wants to take you to the glory. This could be Choli, something about churchgoers. You got success. I felt like you're blessed. You ain't got nothing to worry about with this. You got success, my lovies. Success when it comes to a face-to-face with this couple, or a throuple for some. For some of you are messing around with somebody. Spirit was giving that to us, my lovies. I read all types of energies and see all types of stuff. If you know someone's married, my lovies, for your own karmic protection, it's better to let it go. I'm getting he's a hoe. Take that how it resonates. Male, female, it is coming in as a gentleman. When it comes in like this, for some, if you are dating somebody and you know that, because in preparation and meditation, Spirit was giving that to us. For some, you may know that someone is in a committed relationship. Like, you have proof now. And Spirit's not going to let you be, something about being aloof. Spirit's not going to let you pretend like you were oblivious to the fact. My lovies, it's up to you what you want to live through. But for me, it's not worth it. He is taken. Let him be taken. Even if he's not, these people is loosey-goosey, situationships. I don't think, if you're interacting with this, my lovies, I don't think anyone deserves this. But especially if you're interacting with this, I have to tell you what I truly feel. And what I truly feel is this is a big deal, and you're a big deal. Meaning this is a big deal, like him messing around with somebody else, and karmically speaking. And for you, you're a big deal, as in you don't deserve this shit. But it's up to you what you want to do with that information. You can do whatever you want. For some of you, this is a couple. For some of you, Success when it comes to the family, success when it comes to the couple, success when it comes to a female in your family who doesn't have your best interest in mind. For some of you, this is a family member who may introduce you to somebody. For some of you, I do feel a little bit of a competition. It's either like between cousins or it's coming in as cousins. But there's some slick shit. That's how it's coming in. Someone, I don't know, someone argues a lot with her cousin. She calls her a slick bitch. Like, or a family member. There is some animosity. Here we go with this. For some, the holidays are going to be interesting. Of course. Certainly. Spirit saying certainly for some. There's a King of Hearts involved in a situation. A well-meaning man. Gee, here we go. A father. For some of you, maybe it's your father that's sick like this. 2511 or has some type of like congestion in the chest. For some of you, there's a woman around your father who doesn't have his best interest in mind. This could be a healthcare worker or a nurse or somebody in a healthcare facility for some. For some of you, that energy, maybe for some of you, your father hasn't been feeling like tip-top and has been getting a lot of checkups. For some of you, you have an ancestor masculine protecting you. For some of you, you do have 3 aces around a situation with you and your significant. I feel like a competition, and I feel like a lot of lies. I don't know, my lovies. There's a competition in a family for some, and there's like a envious cousin. This is too much. This is too much for our 30-minute video. 2552, and then you mirror each other. And you can't stand her brother. This is too much. Jack of Spades, I told you. It felt like a mess. Jack of Spades, a man or a group of men or a group of men and women or a group of women who don't have each other's best interest in mind for some. For some, these are family members from your father's side. This family members from your father's side, I don't know why. This is a lot of energy, my lovies. Like a lot of envy. Like a lot of it. There's the blocks in the heart chakra. It's like, this ain't that worth it, my lovies. If it costs you this much energy, I would say, I'm not going to the holiday, my loves, because this is too much. And the children can feel this and the family can feel this. You can heal this, Spirit saying, though. For some of you, you can heal this if you want to. It is coming in. You can heal this. I have to tell you what I have to tell you. For some of you, you may be so angry with these people. It's people from your father's side. But your father, this is his family. He loves them. They did betray him. 2 aces between this, but... And there's that... Oh, I told you, my lovies. I told you the King of Spades with an 8 of Spades. For some of you, being very cautious, my lovies. Being very cautious. I don't like this combination. I thought we were going to make this... I have to make this shorter, but, something about a hoarder. The King of Spades and the 8 of Spades is a hospitalization. Lisette. Jack of Spades energy with the 8 of Spades is people that are willing to physically harm you. For some of you, if there's like, there's a reason why everything comes in here, my lovies. I know that sometimes people look at this and they question, what is this gift? What does it mean? It's prophesizing. It's visions. I get visions, premonitions. I can see Spirit gives us downloads. I don't necessarily control it, because some people are like, well, why don't you win the lottery? Well, first and foremost, the day that Spirit gave me a dream to win 5 numbers out of the 6 for the Powerball, I gave it to a jerk who I was dating because I was at work, and I'm like, go play these because Spirit gave it to us, and the 5 numbers came out and I could have won, a couple $100,000, and he didn't even play it. It's not about money, my lovies. Like, people like this is a huge gift and responsibility. I have people that call me consistently, and they're like, I want to know more. I want to know more. Like, Spirit, we're here to experience, but Spirit also wants us to experience. When things like this come up, it's for a reason. Like, there's going to be an issue for some. For some, there could even be a hospitalization. Someone can get hurt. Because there's like a beef. It feels like fighting or inciting a fight. Like, it's something at night, like some gossip, drama. 8 of Spades with the King of Spades is a hospitalization. The Jack of Spades with the 8 of Spades right after it is people that are willing to physically harm you. There's going to be a beef here, my lovies. For some of you, you're significant. I don't know. It's just like a bunch of people. It just feels like a bunch of people. For some of you, your significant other can want to defend you, or someone you're dating that really cares about you, or someone that just really cares about you. Something about caress. It's like you have a big party. And again, I would not attend. Where I'm at in my life, I'd be like, where are we going? Who's gonna be there? How? I mean, I don't have enemies, but y'all, somebody has, like, this is like blood rivalry. Like, it doesn't feel, something about sibling rivalry. It doesn't feel fun, my lovies. Someone has a gun. It doesn't feel fun, my lovies. It really doesn't. I don't know what this is, but it don't feel fun. It feels like, if I were you, I would sit this one out. You can do whatever you want, but this does not feel good. People are going to even be hospitalized. It's like, it does not feel good. It's going to be fine. Like, nobody's going to be hurt per se, because success is right over it. Spirit is making us highlight that whatever happens, this hospitalization will be for the best. Like, someone will be able to heal a wound. And it's so far-fetched. Something's so far-fetched. Something's going to be bizarre. Like, it feels like something's going to go really far for no reason. But Spirit was giving us earlier in preparation and meditation, like, justifications for using emergency services. For example, I feel like we overuse the medical system. However, I do feel the medical system is necessary, especially for emergencies. That's what Spirit was giving us. So for example, like, if there's like a lesion, there was like a lesion of something, like, you want to like sew it back up. So you want to go and visit someone that can help you with that. But to make it like your primary care and make it like, so you almost detach from your own sense of responsibility over your body. But for some of you, there's a medical, for some, this is just a checkup, because there's a father figure for some that just needs a checkup, or a well-meaning man around you. But for others, there's an immature jerk who's gonna start some shit. Spirit was giving that to us. For some, there could be a drama with an ex-female because a liar that she's dating incited some bullshit that didn't even happen. You'd be surprised the type of people I see, my lovies, that want to boost their ego. So they're like, oh, she's after me. And come to find out, ain't nobody after him. Like, ain't nobody want this guy. Or he lied. Take what resonates, my lovies. Some stuff's coming in. There's a delay for some, 9 of Diamonds energy. When it comes to a contract, Ace of Spades energy. For some of you, we did say that. You got 4 aces, my lovies. It doesn't matter what happens. New beginnings. Enjoy. All right, my lovies. We gotta go soon. But we gotta ghost you. Somebody's gonna ghost you, my lovies. Someone's got to ghost you, my lovies. Let them ghost you, my lovies. It seems like they got a lot going on. They don't need more drama in their life. They don't need more drama for their wife. 32:30 on the clock. I just want to cover this Jack of Spades energy. They're angry. They're trying to block you. There's a face-to-face. There's this female who's psychologically not okay, who's with this guy, but there's a delay. For some of you, there's somebody's ex in the way of a situation. For some that whole immature idiot doesn't apply to. No offense. There's someone's ex that's blocking you, or someone's ex that's stalking you. But this is like someone that loves you, or someone that you're with. He's not worried about her. She's mad over the changes. For some of you, you need to see a young brunette. For some of you, there are changes when it comes to this family situation, or someone needs to move out of a family home. For some, I am getting that, because someone's a liar and something happened with a family home. Anyways, my lovies, I think we're good, because that's it. That was it, my lovies. Your sister friend came with the intention of doing something, a little something special for you. Everybody find their peace. Jesus, over the holidays, find your peace, my lovies. Gift them peace, my lovies. Pray for your enemies. Pray for your friends. Internal and external. All right, my lovies. Stay well, my lovies. You know why? Because I love you, my lovies. You got good news coming in. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends and your sister friend and your spirit friends. Shitsy pitsy. And your sister friend. I gotta go, my lovies. In love always, in love always, in love always, and forever, homies. Mwah! Peace.